Today we're hanging out and we're talking about The Woman in the Yard, the new Blumhouse production out in theaters currently, written by Sam Stefanik, directed by Jean Collet-Serra. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Also, hi, I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which is like so exciting to me because I started this channel about a month and a half ago and I've been having so much fun making these videos, so thank you so much for being here. As an actor and a filmmaker currently producing a feature film that I wrote, this has just been such a fun outlet, and again, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so The Woman in the Yard, let's discuss. First of all, I just want to say that I love this title. I simply love it. I heard the title The Woman in the Yard and I was like, ooh, I gotta see that. What's it about? I don't know, but it's probably about a woman and she's probably in the yard, and we're gonna watch the movie and we're gonna find out why she's there. And then I saw the trailer and the trailer was like genuinely scary, and I was like, okay, this could go one of two ways. This could be actually good and scary, or this could be one of those situations where the trailer kind of like gives everything away and you're kind of disappointed when you leave the theater. So let's get into which one it was for me. A mysterious woman repeatedly appears in a family's front yard, often delivering chilling warnings and unsettling messages, leaving them to question her identity, motives, and the potential dangers she might pose. Okay, so Ramona and her two kids, Taylor and Annie, and by the way, Annie is so cute. They live on this fixer-upper of a very rural farm, and there's an old farmhouse that they live in, and it has very clearly seen better days. Ramona's husband and the kids' father was very passionate about fixing up the farm, but he has tragically passed away a couple weeks ago from a car accident. Ramona was in the car too, and luckily she has survived, but she's pretty physically messed up. She really can't use one of her legs, and we're going to find out throughout the course of the film that she is also pretty mentally messed up as well. I mean, really, who wouldn't be? Pretty immediately we find out that Ramona is very grief-stricken. She's watching videos of her late husband on repeat, and oh no, the power is also out. The car does not start, and Ramona cannot really walk very well. Add on top of that, there's a lot of tension in the house between the family. And oh lord, there is a strange woman cloaked in black sitting in the yard staring at the house. I get shivers just thinking about that image. It is so powerful and very striking, and there's something really unnerving about the fact that this woman, who represents darkness very obviously, is sitting in a bright, beautiful green field and the sun is shining. That juxtaposition just really, I don't know, just really got me. A consistent tentpole in Blumhouse films I have found is that while obviously they're genre films, there is a level of simplicity to the story, usually. And what I mean by that is, this is a film and it's a scary movie and there's going to be jump scares and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, this film is about X thing. So for The Woman in the Yard, this film is about grief, and the horror elements just sort of support the exploration of that thing, which in this case is grief. I think visually the film is directed incredibly well. Check out the director's IMDb. He's done a ton of great stuff. I also think that the film was written quite well. And we have to talk about Danielle Deadwyler. Okay, this woman is so talented, it's disgusting. Her eyes convey truly so much without doing too much. She's truly such a gifted actress. So with all that being said, I have to say that I did leave the film kind of confused, specifically about the execution of the film's ending. It is pretty hard to review this movie without giving any spoilers away, so if you like to go into a movie completely blind, then pause this video, go watch this movie, come back, and we can discuss. Okay, so there are a ton of theories online about the ending, and I think there's validity to probably a lot of them, but I don't really love that. Personally, I do love a film that is open to interpretation, and I think when done well, it is so impactful and so powerful. You let the viewer take what they're gonna take, mush it around with their own lived experience, and come out with their own version of the film. Again, when done well, extremely powerful. But I really struggled to form an opinion, which is not like me, because the film itself felt confused. I don't mean that the message was confused. I think the message was very clear. I also think we can probably all agree that The Woman in the Yard was the physical manifestation of Ramona's grief and depression that she had been struggling with prior to the accident. But how and why that physical manifestation formed and got us here in this moment today with her children, witnessing it and interacting with her, I just don't think that it was very clear. I didn't really understand the rules of the world, and that is a huge pet peeve of mine. I want to understand what world I'm stepping into. I'm cool to go on a crazy kooky journey. I'm cool with it, but whew, excuse me. But how that physical manifestation of Ramona's internal struggles physically was able to affect her children, to me, like, wasn't really clear. So the woman in the yard does make it seem to Ramona that her children would be better off if Ramona was gone. And there is some really, really powerful emotional stuff in this film that really did affect me. But it's important to say that her depression is lying to her. Ramona's children would not be better off if she was not in the picture. They would not be better off without their mother, especially when their father has so tragically passed away. But she is so deep in her grief and her own depression, again, that they make it pretty clear she's been struggling with, that she can't see outside of that. She's sort of caught in the shadow and the darkness. So again, I think that the woman in the yard being the manifestation of that makes sense. I have no issue with that. How depression rears its ugly head is worthy of exploring. I just wanted a little bit more clarity on the rules of the world. Like, are her kids even there? I don't know. There's a theory that they're not. There's a theory that she's killed them. There's a lot of theories. Is it all in Ramona's head? Up until the point maybe where her children return after Ramona has screamed at them and sent them off because she needs to be alone to do what she's gonna do, which ultimately she doesn't, because when she sees the flicker of the flashlight of her children returning, that's shining a light and vanquishing the darkness a bit. It's just that whole little middle section that I was like, wait a second. Little Annie is in the shadow now? You know, like, what's going on? So at least for me, I took away that no, her children will not be better off without her. Through going deep into this nightmare with the woman in the yard, she comes out realizing that her children do need her and that she can get through everything. She can vanquish the darkness and the shadows that are living inside of her. But again, there's a lot of theories online and I thought it was a little confusing, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not getting that right. But all in all, I think that 1, the movie was entertaining as hell. Lots of great jump scares and visually beautiful, very well done. And 2, because so much conversation and pontification of like what the film is about is just really exciting, I think. Ultimately, if you are confused but you're having a conversation about it, I think, you know, the filmmakers have achieved somewhat of their objective. So go see The Woman in the Yard. Tell me what you think. Make sure to subscribe so we can hang out again soon. Happy movie watching.